What's going on, everybody? My name is Lane, and this is my story as a trader for TradeUI, from all my downfalls and all my success the past year's trading. I got into trading back in 2018 when I did my first internship as a mechanical engineer for a chemical company out in Yazoo City, Mississippi. Had a little time on my hand throughout the workday, so I was able to take a couple of trades here and there. I was able to make a little money. I was getting paid, I think, 20 bucks an hour or so I had a little cash to work with. Nothing much, $500 account, kind of where everybody gets started. You share a little bit of money, sometimes you make some wins, sometimes you make some losses, but you learn a lot throughout the way. Through that, I was able to connect with somebody through Discord who was able to teach me how to trade. We're just buddies and we'd spitball trading ideas back and forth, but he taught me the basics of option trading and how you can really honestly gain a lot of money, but at the same time lose a lot more. And that's where I decided that option trading was not for me. I burnt that $500 account like it was nothing. So I saved up money again and tried it one more time. Same thing, didn't lose all of it, but I did lose most of it to where I was very discouraged. But I didn't give up. And that's the secret, is you can't give up in trading. You have to be able to find your niche and find your strategy to really find success. Because if you can make money just by buying and holding, you can make a lot more money knowing when to get in and when to get out. What happened over the next few years is I developed a strategy where I actually utilized everything I would for options, such as tracking option flow, usually go through government news, any kind of business news, anything that make a stock go up and down. But I wouldn't trade the options because I was buying 21 30-day option contracts that were so volatile, I get scared and get stopped out. So what I did is I took smaller wins and actually played the stock itself. And through patience, if I held out, these positions ended up turning into profits. That $500 account kept growing until it was at $1,000. $1,000 over the course of a few months, that was great. Next thing you know, I kind of get back into school, focus more on my studies, not really in the market daily. And then COVID hits. COVID hits, and then during 2020, I'm gonna be honest, the way the Fed was printing money, everybody was a trading guru. I sold my motorcycle and I had $2,000 to work with. I timed ups and downs all the way to the top of 2020, and I was very fortunate. I turned that $2,000 into $37,000. But here's the kicker. If you would have took that same $2,000, you wouldn't have made $37,000. You would have made probably $2,000, $2,500. S&P 500 rallied about roughly 100%, 80 to 100%, because money was printing like crazy, right? You could find opportunities everywhere. What I did was I used option flow daily that came in to learn when to get in and to get out. I learned when good target prices were, because I would just buy a stock and I'd say, it looks like it's going to go this support here or this support here, when that's not actually the case all the time. If you look at the option data, it shows you that there's going to be different opportunities. So I kept tailoring that strategy, figuring out just what I could do to really take advantage. And this past year, I have been able to take advantage. And just to show you what I did, this right here is my TD Ameritrade account. It shows the track record I had back starting with roughly $50,000. And over the course of this year, I have broken past that $150,000 mark, reached an account high of 165 roughly. But something you don't see on this account is I've taken out money throughout the trading year. If you were to take all the money I took out, I would be roughly at $180,000, because I took out money to pay off some student debt, paid off some other bills that I had outstanding, was fortunate enough to spend some money on myself and reward myself and buy myself a boat. And I love that boat, it's great. I love even more that I didn't pay anything for it. I used money that I saved up and the knowledge I learned over the past years of trading to give myself a trading edge. And I'm going to show you just how I did that with this system here. The guy who taught me how to trade stocks also was the man who built TradeUI. You may see my face on the YouTube channel where I promote TradeUI and how to use it to give yourself a trading edge. And the reason I promote it is because I am a prime example of how it's changed my life. I don't just buy the S&P 500. I find winners in the market because I trust my technical analysis and I trust the data that is on TradeUI right here. The proof is in the pudding, but I'm going to show you just how I look for positions. I always look for when we're opening positions in the market. That's ask right here. When I have the fill, that means that we're looking for openings. All right. Now I want to see moves of at least 10% to see where there's really bullish activity, and I want to see a minimum premium of $100,000. That means that there's actually serious money and it's not just a YOLO $20,000 option trade. Then what happens is it filters out all the fluff, and then it gives me a thinned down list of option flow data that came in for the trading day. And I just kind of go from here and I pick, try to find the best opportunity. Look at BHP. All right, first thing I look right here is this was negative 40%. So the kicker behind this minimum move, it doesn't do positive or negative, just does one or the other. You can actually change this by changing your bias. Changing your monies to out the money. Then you can filter it down, and then you have your new list. So I missed that one right there for you. Everybody's perfect, right? So there's a lot of activity going on throughout the day. I already have a video about AMD, so I'm not going to talk about that one. But what I will talk about is Google. Let's see what's going on here. So this is a little bit longer term, so I'd probably ignore this one because the DTE is 479. So if I want to get rid of the DTE fluff, I'll do 200 days or less. This tells me that these are expecting to make 10% moves in 200 days or less. So let's look at SLV. That looks fun. So when I click on SLV, it'll pop up right here. It looks like they're targeting the $30 strike over the next 90-something days, and that's a 40% move to the upside. So I'll do an arbitrary technical analysis on SLV right here. Sorry, now click go. So if you look at the chart, this is where the technical analysis comes into play. Now, I only have a year-to-date chart right here. I don't have Thinkorswim pulled up, and that's why you really use to pull my technical analysis. But we have a strong consolidation point right here. It looks like it's going to break out to the upside if that option flow is correct. So we can see SLV mimicking a run we have here because this is a potential bull flag. You learn all this over the years of technical analysis. Doesn't come to you overnight. Highly recommend learning technical analysis to help give you some targets. But here's the secret to what I do. If I go back to the option flow, I look for an opportunity to make this my target, to make that strike price my target. They're betting that's going to go to $30. And that's all great. 42% move. Maybe I want to bet on a 40% move. Maybe $29. So I'm not trying to make the exact trade they are, but I'm getting awfully close. And there's plenty of opportunities like that. If you want to thin it down to a minimum move of 8%, and you can target 5% of that 8%, you don't have to be right on time with them. You just have to be dang close. All right, let's look at MU. Oh, sorry. So I have MU right here. They're targeting $75. That's 10%. Maybe I'll target 8% on that move or 5% on that move. It all depends on the closest support and resistance levels. So I know where there's a potential direction to get in, target, and get out. That's the secret to success, is knowing when to get out and this before these guys get out. And you know that by running technical analysis, and you know that by getting in right around the same time they do and getting out before their minimum estimated target. Because guess what, guys, they might not be targeting 75, they may be targeting 74.50. And if you're out at 74 and they're still in at 74.50, you get to capitalize on that. The guys who make $300,000 option trades, worthless option trades if I'm actually, these are out the money contracts, these are actually worth nothing. They're spending $345,000 betting that it will be worth something. Those are the option contracts you look at. That's where you get your watch list. That's where you throw everything you've ever learned about trading out the window and give yourself this to learn how to trade the right way. Find the opportunities and then understand support and resistance on top of that. All right. The next controversial thing I want to talk about, kind of in this video, is risk assessment. They always say only risk 1 to 2% of your account per trade. That's bull crap. That is bull crap. The guys who made it big in this world trading risked a lot more than 1 to 2% of their account size. They weren't taking $100 trades on a $1,000 account. When the market tanked, they attacked on the opportunity and they invested everything they had. It may have been broken up between a couple of trades, but they invested everything they had to give themselves that edge. Look at Michael Burry. Recently, he shorted the market 1.6 million. You think that's 1% of his count? Nah, no, not that one. He took a large position betting against the market, and he was right, and he's fortunate. That's how you make money. Taking large bets on smart moves. I will repeat that. Large bets on smart moves. And it took time to really understand that. It took a lot of small betting to really make sure the strategy worked. And once I had the back test to show it worked, I went all in on the account size. Right now, I have a lot of large positions opened up. And I'm betting every last bit of $135,000 right now. It is down a little bit. As you see, I'm down 3% on the trading day. But if these positions go where I think they're going, this will be a $200,000 account by the end of the year. And it's all because I use TradeUI and I did my work over the years to learn how to trade stocks. The videos on this channel, I highly encourage you to check out because they'll teach you how to become a better trader. They'll teach you how to find opportunities. And lastly, it'll teach you how to get out of the freaking rat race. Because let me tell you, the rat race is real and I'm 1 year away from getting out of it. But guys, I'm going to show you just what we have right here. So if I go to TradeUI and I go to pricing, I'm sorry here, let's see. I'm going to drop this link in the chat so you can check it out for yourself. TradeUI, oh, sorry, I'm going to do a DSEM. Tell you what, it never works when you want to, right? TradeUI, there it is. All right, TradeUI has a 7-day free trial. This gives you 7 days to understand how to use option flow, 7 days to utilize this tool and show you that you can find winning positions by finding smart option flow and the other tools they have. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description below, and it'll take you to TradeUI's site. Guys, getting a little long on my video here, but I just want to spend time to tell you that this is legit, this is real, and this is my trading testimony. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to working with all y'all to become better traders.